Hello, hello. Good evening, people. Are you there? Do you hear me? The teacher is here. Hi, good evening, Jose Antonio. Ceci,
Good
hi.
evening, teacher.
Good evening, good to see you. William Antonio also is connected. Christian Echeverria and Cecilia Martinez, right? Though you are guys the only ones with me so far. It's 6:56, right? So 4 minutes before 7. We still have some minutes before we start with the class. So let's wait for the rest of the students, right? Jose Antonio, what's the day today? What's the date? Today is what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Today is Tuesday.
Today is Tuesday, teacher. Tuesday what? Tuesday, January, February, March?
March.
March. March what?
14.
Very good. March 14th, right? The year 2023. That's the date, right? And I tell you guys, welcome to another session with me. Yeah, with teacher Lisette Orellana. You know, I'm so happy to have you. Yes, I'm ready to teach this lesson and ready to have fun with you, practicing English, right? So let's see how many I have connected now. Well, there are more. Rigo is here, Claudita is here, Veronica Yamilet, Walter Alexander. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see you, once again. How was your day, people? ¿Cómo le fue ahora? How was your day?
Stress on my day.
Your day was stressing. But you need to relax now because you are at home and you are in your English class right now. Yes? English is not stressing, okay? En inglés no la va a estresar. What about my other participants? Come on, class. This is a time in which we can share, how you feel, the kind of day you had. Yes, so it's an opportunity to use the language. Did you have a great day? Did you have dinner? ¿Ya cenaron? Did you have dinner? Maybe yes, maybe not. That's why you are sad. Because your stomach is empty. No food there. That's why you are kind of, yeah? After the class, please. Yeah, after the class. Let's see. I have more people now. 11 participants. I don't know if you have questions, but homework number 1 is ready. Look for it on Schoology. So check number 1, and you are going to find the PDF document that contains 3 pages. Yes, I don't know if you have been working on that, but that is exactly what I am going to be waiting for, this week, right? This is number 1, so you have to complete the task number 1. Yes, you have till, let me see, till Friday, Saturday, okay? Tienes el sábado para entregar eso. Esa es la tarea 1, okay? Homework number 1 is ready. You have till Saturday to complete the task and to send it to Schoology or to my private WhatsApp, okay? Those are the options you have. So let's see. Let's start, time. It has begun. Okay, so I need a volunteer to read the class objective and everything you can see from the slide number 1. This is basic 2, people. This is class 3. And what's the objective? Anthony, William Antonio Rodriguez, tell me, what's the class objective?
Class objective: at the end of the lesson, participant will be able to use simple present for daily activities and school events.
Okay, thank you very much. Listen to this. At the end of the lesson, today, right? Today's lesson, you guys will be able to what? To use simple present for daily activities and scheduled events, right? What is the meaning of a scheduled events, teacher? Events that belong to a timetable, you know, that are programmed in a way, yes, that are set. Yeah, so those are the scheduled events. All right. So thank you very much, William, for helping me with the reading of the objective. Let's continue with the class agenda. I need a girl for this. Ileana, help me with the class agenda.
Class agenda. Welcome, warm-up activity, matching activity, class presentation, review of simple present tense, class practice, listening and readings about everyday activities, class production, speaking, task about question and simple present, wrap up, sharing your work.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ileana. Well done. We're going to start with the matching activity. You know, there are some sentences that need to be completed. Okay, so in order to do that, we're going to move to the first stage of this class, which is the warm-up. Let's activate class. Let's activate with English. Let's activate with the ideas you have by going to this, you know, specific activity. Let me show you. Here we go. And it says action verbs, right? So matching time, you have the verbs over here and you have the incomplete sentences that you need to complete, obviously, with these verbs. So can I have one person reading the first one? I in the morning. How do we complete this? Do you say I watch in the morning, I clean in the morning, I read, eat, drink, do homework, sleep, or play?
Eat.
Excuse me?
I eat in the morning.
I eat in the morning, someone says. Okay. What about the second one? We have the blank space, fish and chips. How do you complete this? Anyone? Any person? Fish and chips. It's a kind of food. Fish and chips, okay? We fish and chips, food, you know, fish and chips.
We eat fish and chips.
Ah, okay, let's change it here. We eat fish and chips. So in the first one, what should be the correct verb then?
Sleep.
I sleep in the morning. Okay, let's check with this one.
I
I
do homework in the morning.
I do homework in the morning, teacher. Let's change. Okay, very good. What about here?
I drink,
I
drink.
milk
watch,
for breakfast.
We watch.
We watch.
I watch.
We watch TV.
I read
books in my
I
house.
read books in my house.
I read books in my house.
I
I
play
play
games
I
with my
play games
friends.
with my friends.
I play games with my friends. All right.
I sleep
I clean
in
my
my
bed.
bed.
Sleep in my
I
bed.
clean.
I
I
clean.
clean my house every
I
week.
clean in my bed.
No,
I
Sleep.
clean my house
clean
every
my
day
house
and
every
I
day.
sleep in my bed. You see? It's not at random. You need to find like the logical answer. Let's send the answers and let's check. Wow, you got all of them correct. Yes, that's perfect. Wonderful. All of them are action verbs, right? And they were conjugated with no difficult subjects, I believe, yes? Yesterday we were talking about the third person, you know, in a way. We are going to continue today with that. Thank you so much, yes? The sentences basically contained what? Actions that we do every day, right? As routines, as habits, right? So let's go to the manual, you know, the book, your book, manual page 12. I'm sorry here, but I got excited, right? Page, right? 12. And you have there something about the simple present. Yes, you have like a table, like a chart. Yes. And it says simple present for third person singular. What is a third person? He, she, and it, right? We can change sometimes the pronouns because the purpose of a pronoun is replace a noun. The noun can be proper or can be also common. In this case, he is just the subject pronoun, and we can say he checks, he goes, he likes, right? Dominic checks, goes, likes, and it checks, goes, and likes. So for he, she, and it, you already know this story. You know, you need to change the verbs. But we also have, guys, the plurals. And the plural is the pronoun they, because if we say something about two men, so that is plural for me, and I say they. If I say something about two women, that's plural for me, and that becomes they, right? And when I talk about two objects, two places, two animals, right? So that turns into the plural form, they. And guess what? No change in the verb. Check, go, and like remain the same, right? We can also pluralize the nouns. We can say my co-workers, the employees, right? And that is plural. So we don't change the verbs. We change the verbs only with these three subjects, okay? And now let's review, let's remember about the question forms. This is a yes, no question form. And we start with an auxiliary. Do you remember that in simple present we have an auxiliary class? Yes, right? And that auxiliary is used for two things. ¿Para qué nos sirve el auxiliar? What are the two things we use the auxiliary for? The ones who were with me. Los chicos que estuvieron conmigo, yo les pregunto a ellos porque yo sé que yo se los enseñé. Vamos
Question and answer.
Questions and short answers. Short answers, yeah. But we also use the auxiliary for negative sentences. Do you remember? Yes?
Negative sentence.
Negative sentences. When you say, for example, I don't eat pizza, teacher. The auxiliary is there, don't, in negative form. Lupita doesn't participate in class. The auxiliary is there, doesn't. Okay, so we use the auxiliary for questions and for negative sentences. And of course, for short answers, when you say yes, I do, or no, I don't, right? So you have here an example. Does he check reports? What happens to the verb, David? What happens here to the verb? ¿Qué le pasó al verbo entonces? Acá se está hablando de he. Does he check reports? Activate your microphone, David. Mr. Cepeda.
Good night.
Good evening.
Good evening. Auxiliary is first and the question.
Teacher, the verb doesn't change because you have the auxiliary in third person, right?
Yes.
Excellent. So no change in the verb here, right? And here we don't worry about this, right? Because we have do with we, you, they, and the rest remains the same, right? If I ask to you, Christian Echeverria. Do you check reports? How would you answer?
This is for because it's for plural.
Yeah, but this is a question for you right now. Do you check reports?
Yeah. Yes, I check reports.
Okay, stop there,
What did
Christian.
I add?
Okay, I asked and I just no question, right? So you need to give me a short answer, Christian. You can say, yes, I do, or no, teacher, I don't, okay? That's the answer I need. Again, Christian, do you check reports?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. You don't have to tell me the whole thing again. Yes, teacher, I check reports. No, because with a yes or a no answer, it's enough. Yes, that happens with yes, no questions. Yes, no questions only need a yes, I do, or yes, she does, right? And a no answer. No more information. For information, we have the other kinds of questions that begin with WH words. With what, when, why, who, yes, etc. So with these kinds of questions, short answers, please, right? Let me see, Walter. Do you, Walter, like English? Do you like English?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. Listen. Short answer, no more information is necessary, right? Do you practice English every day, Claudia?
Yes, I do.
Excellent. Let me see, Veronica. Do you speak English with your family?
Yes, I do.
Fantastic, beautiful. Let me see, Rigo. Do you exercise every day?
No, I don't.
No, not anymore, not anymore. Only 3 times a week, teacher, right? 3 times a week. Very good. Carlitos, do you work at EPA?
Yes, I do.
You see? Yes, I do. No more information. Very good. Let me see who else is present. Iliana, do you go to the beach every weekend?
No, I don't.
No, I don't, teacher. Oh, what a pity, right? Reese, Mr. Reese, Christian Reese, do you eat tamales in the morning?
Repeat?
Do you eat tamales in the morning?
No, I don't.
No, I don't. Okay, I eat pupusas, teacher. Very good. Let me see. Cecilia, do you drink coffee every day?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do. You see, as simple as that, right? This is piece of cake if you pay attention. So, you know, simple present is basically, guys, used for these situations. Yeah, for repeated or regular actions. Like the example, I work in a bank. Yes, for facts or generalizations, like this one, water boils at 100 degrees, right? Next, for future facts or actions set by a timetable. Esto es lo que presentábamos en el objetivo. Mire, scheduled events. Eventos que ya están programados, okay? Like you can say, I work tomorrow. Teacher, pero tomorrow is future. Yes, but that is part of your schedule. It's part of your timetable. So you have to say it in simple present form, right? Or train leaves at 7 a.m. And the last one, to express the state, feelings, possessions, or things that happen inside our heads. I love you. Yes, that's a state of mind, right? I don't believe you are right. That's an opinion. Okay, so in this case, these are the uses of present simple. Okay, we can say, Nayib Bukele is the president of El Salvador. What is that? That's a fact. That's a reality. El Salvador is located in Central America. That is a fact, right? Ah, teacher, the elephants don't fly. That's what? A fact. That's a reality, okay? So simple present for all these situations. Yes? So this is just a review because I need you guys to help me with the next activity. I need you to help me fill in the blanks, right? And for this, I'm not gonna talk. You have to talk. So how do we complete these sentences, class? Tell me. How do you complete sentence number 1? Anyone?
He
He goes
goes.
to the
Ah,
gym on the
He
Monday.
goes to the gym
To
on
the
the
gym on
Monday.
Mondays.
on Mondays, right? He goes to the gym on Mondays.
Monday.
What is this situation? This is a repeated action, right? Es una acción que se repite, ¿sí? ¿Verdad que sí? Yeah, every Monday. So that's why we use the simple present to express it, right? He goes to the gym on Mondays. Number 2, you never.
You never arrive.
Arrive on time.
Arise.
Uh,
Never arise.
arrives like this?
No, arrive.
No.
Arrive.
Without the S. Remember that with you, we don't change the verb, right? So we say, you never arrive on time. You never arrive. I seldom
Go.
go, right? I seldom go to the zoo.
To the zoo.
Yes, I rarely, right? Rarely go to the zoo. I hardly ever go to the zoo. Number 4, Francis, occasionally.
Drink.
Ah, you're talking about Francis, third person, right? So it's drinks. Francis occasionally drinks coffee. Number 5, Ron, seldom.
That's
His homework.
Does his homework. Number 6, they. Negative.
Don't often write.
Okay, they don't often write stories.
Yes.
Stories. Number 7, Pierre.
Don't play every week.
Tennis every week.
Doesn't play.
Doesn't, right? Doesn't, because you're talking about a third person. Doesn't play. So Pierre doesn't play tennis every week. Number 8.
I don't
I
usually
don't usually listen
listen
to the new.
to the new.
Don't usually listen.
Listen to the news in the mornings, right? Number 9.
They spend
They spend
Their vacation in Canada.
their vacations in Canada. Nice. Every year, it's a repeated action. And the number 10, class?
He always wears.
He always wears, right? Always wears. He always wears a hat. A hat. Okay, now this is what I need you to do. I need you to go to the chat right now. Activate the chat room. And write 3 sentences that are true for you. 3 sentences that are true for you. Complete sentences. Write three sentences on the chat that are 3 for you. I mean, true for you. 3 that are true. I'm going to write one that is true for me. I eat an apple every day. I eat an apple every day. That's true for me. What is true for you? 3. Rigoberto says, I always have breakfast. Good. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, right? Period at the end, only that, right? Only the period, remember. I always have breakfast, says Rigoberto. What about my other students? Veronica says, I drink coffee every day. That's necessary. Cecilia, I eat every day. Very good, Ceci. Period at the end, people. Don't forget. El puntito al final, it's important. I take a shower. I take a shower in the morning. That's very good. That's true for you, David. What about the other students? I like coffee in the morning, says Edwin Gerardo. Me too. I like coffees in the morning, you know. Coffee is delicious and activates everything. I said 3 sentences, class. 3. No more? My gosh, you need to activate your writing. Bessie, please, I need to see your sentence here. I don't watch TV, says Cecilia. Veronica, I brush my teeth every morning. Yes, I never eat pacayas. Nobody, I guess, does this. You know, pacayas should be banned. Debería ser prohibida, you know, that one. That's not a kind of food, my friends. It's like isote flour, right? No, who eats the national flower? Edwin, I don't like traffic. Neither do I. Ni a mí tampoco me gusta, okay? I don't like traffic either. I like to music, Cecilia, or I like listening to music. I don't eat pizza every weekend. Oswaldo, check the spelling of weekend. William, Antonio says, I go to the gym at night after the class. After the class, William? Or you have a gym there at home? Let's see. I study from Monday, from the Monday to Friday. Walter, no, from Monday to Friday, okay? Bessie, I sleep every night. Me too. Ileana, I study English at night. English with capital letter, okay? English, it's capitalized. Claudia, I wake up at 4 a.m. Poor of you. I go yo the supermarket, Christian. I go to the supermarket, right? Okay, very good. A typo, teacher, un error de dedo, typo. Carlos Ernesto, I drink Coca. Coca-Cola every day. Very good. I drink, no, Carlitos, you don't have to. Drink, drink another kind of drink, but not Coca-Cola. That's not good for your kidneys, right? Water is better. I like the English classes, Rigoberto. English capital letter. Susana, I don't like coffee. Really, Susana? Are we gonna talk about that? Susie, come on. And what do you drink? Let me see. Jose Antonio, I like to watch movies at night after the class. Excellent. And Edwin, I like ice cream on Saturdays with my family. That's good. I eat pupusas every Sundays. I work 6 days a week. Bessie, capital letter for I, please. I work 6 days a week. I usually visit my family. Family is with Y at the end. Ruiz Rodriguez, I go to the supermarket on Sunday. I like to listen to music. Thank you. Thank you, class. Okay. Bessie, I need you to select one of the sentences and change it to the negative form. Select one of the positive sentences from the chat and write it in the negative form and say it in the negative form.
Write or
You can
speak.
write it here on the
No.
board. You have access to my board right now. I'm gonna give you the control. Write it, write it, write it. So Bessie, you have, you know, the control of the board right now.
No lo había podido usar eso, teacher, antes. No sé si voy a poder ahora.
Go ahead and try. You know, there is like a dashboard. Yes. And there are some things you can do with the board right now. It says board, pizarra. There is an option that says board, pizarra, you know, and there is an option for text, right? Can you use it?
Yes, teacher, ahorita.
Okay, very good. Bessie? We're waiting for you. If you want, you can tell me, Bessie. Bessie?
I read in the, I don't like listen to music.
I don't like to get up, right? I don't like to get up early, Okay. Excellent.
I don't.
Any other sentence from the ones that were mentioned?
I don't go to the supermarket on the Sunday.
On Sundays.
On Sunday.
Okay. But who wrote that? ¿Quién escribió eso? Who wrote that sentence?
Christian.
Okay, so I need you to make the sentence in third person, Christian. With Christian, the subject has to be Christian.
Yes.
Like this, Christian doesn't
go to the supermarket on Sunday.
On Sundays, right? And look, guys, the days of the week in English are capitalized too, okay? So Christian doesn't go to the supermarket on Sundays. Walter, I need you to make the question form. This is the negative form. So I need you to make the question form. This is the negative, okay? Negative form. I need you to make the question form of the same sentence.
Does go Christian to the supermarket on Sundays? No, does Christian go to the supermarket on Sundays?
Very good. You change your mind. Excellent, excellent. Does Christian go to the supermarket on Sundays? What is missing here? ¿Qué nos falta? What is missing?
Interrogation, sing.
The question mark.
Question mark.
Excellent. Very good. Well done. Claudia, how do you answer this question?
The short answer.
Yes, because this is a yes no question, right? It's a closed question.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Ajá. O
No, he doesn't.
no, he doesn't, right? Very good. So look, for questions, we need the auxiliary, the subject, the verb, the complement, and the question mark at the end. All right? So let's go and practice. Let's practice now with a speaking activity, okay? So thank you for your cooperation. And guess what? You have to make the questions, complete questions, and you have to interview a partner. You have only the beginning of the question, and these questions are open, okay? These are not gonna be just no questions. These questions are open. What, and you have do after you wake up. You are missing the auxiliary and the subject. Okay, let me give you the first example. This one should be, what do you do after you wake up? Okay, how do you change, Veronica, the second one? How do you make complete question with the second one? Vera?
The auxiliary.
So, and the
What do you
subject.
have? What do you eat?
What
For
do you
breakfast?
eat for breakfast, or what do you have for breakfast? Excellent. What about the third one? Let's see, Jose Antonio, the third one. How?
How do you go to work class?
No, how do you go to work, right?
Okay.
And it's
How
enough.
do you go to work?
Excellent, very good. What about this one? Where and have lunch? William.
What do you do?
Where do you eat, have lunch?
Okay, you can use have lunch or you can use eat lunch. Both are possible, but only one verb. ¿Sí? Cualquiera de las dos opciones está bien, solo que decídase por una, ¿verdad? Decimos, where do you have lunch? O where do you eat lunch? And that would be perfect, okay? Where do you eat lunch? It's okay. Thank you. Susie, change this one, please.
What do you usually eat for lunch?
Excellent. Now let's see. Here, Oswaldo, what do when you get home?
In question, teacher.
Please, yes.
What doesn't we do get home? Go.
No. Try another time. Intentémoslo otra vez. You are missing only the auxiliary and the subject.
What do go when you eat home?
What do you do? Okay, in this one, Oswaldo. What do you do when you get home? Remember that you are going to interview a partner. Entonces se vuelven preguntas directas si usted entrevista a alguien con ellas, okay? So, the subject is you. Next. Rigoberto, what do in the evening?
What do you do in the evening?
And the last one?
What do you do before you go to bed?
What do you do before you go to bed? So all the questions you are going to use right now have to be with the subject you, because you have to interview your classmates, okay? So let's go to the breakout rooms right now and let's try to talk, okay? Let's try to talk about these questions with your classmates, okay? Just the way you did it right now. The questions are going to be on the chat, you know, WhatsApp chat. Pairs. There you have the questions, people. Join the breakout rooms, please.
Hi, Jose. And what do you, what does you after you make out? Okay, the question is, what do you do after what? The number one no recuerdo.
You have the questions on the on WhatsApp group.
Yes.
You have the picture there. So check the questions, please. What do you do after you wake up? That's an open question. You have to give information.
To work? Or where
How
do
you
you
go
have
to
lunch?
class? What do you usually eat for lunch?
I do usually eat for lunch and rice and chicken.
What do you when you get home?
I do.
¿Cómo puede ser casi siempre?
¿Cómo?
Always, or
Ajá.
sometimes pupusas or sandwich with coffee.
Okay. Where do you have lunch? Sorry, no. How do you go to work?
I go to work at 5 o'clock.
No, go. En Spanish, ¿cómo te vas para el trabajo? ¿O cómo vas al trabajo? En transporte, bus o carro.
Yes, only.
Oh my God. Okay.
Feet. How do you go to work? Class.
And I to work class is the class English, right? The English class.
The English class.
Yes.
I go to work.
How to
Work class in my home.
well, I sometimes is in my house, sometimes is in
Sometimes.
my work.
Where do you have lunch?
I have chicken and rice with soda.
I have lunch and beans, rice, tortillas,
Bread and sandwich
Coffee, milk,
and chocolate. And chocolate.
and chocolate.
Mhm. And chocolate. Sometimes coffee. Coffee. Your turn.
¿Cómo se pronuncia el jugo?
Who
Jugo naranja.
you no sé. Teacher, how do you say jugo de naranja?
Orange juice.
Orange juice.
Orange.
Orange juice.
I go to work in my car sometimes.
Okay. Where do you have lunch?
I have lunch in my house. I have lunch at work. Okay. And you, Susana? And Susana?
I have lunch in my house. I eat buffalo wings.
Wow. Have money.
Me encanta. No,
Yes.
me encanta.
Yes, yes.
Pero yo las cocino.
What do you in the evening?
What do you do in the evening?
What do you do in the evening?
In the evening.
In the
In the
evening.
evening, I listen to music. Y ahí dice lo que hacen.
I class English.
I have English class.
What do therefore you go to bed?
What do you do?
What do you do
Before you go to bed? ¿Qué hace antes de irse a dormir?
I therefore you
Before I go to bed. Before I go to bed.
I go to bed.
I brush my teeth. Puede ser. Yo me cepillo.
Brush you my teeth.
Brush my teeth.
Brush my teeth.
My teeth. Teeth.
This.
Con Z, teeth.
This.
Teeth. Con T, teeth. Y Z al final.
Teeth.
Ajá. I brush my teeth.
My brush by my teeth.
Ajá. Vaya, estamos ya.
Listo.
Ready.
Very good, class. You are coming back. Coming back, coming back. Walter, did you finish with the questions? Yes.
Yes.
Very good. Who was your partner, Walter? Who was with you in the breakout rooms? Who was with you? Who was, having the discussion with you?
Bessie.
Bessie. Okay, very good. What did Bessie, Walter, what did Bessie say about the question number 1? What does she do after she wakes up?
She goes she goes to the bathroom, and after that she drinks coffee, and she takes a shower, and she dresses, and later she goes to the work.
Excellent. You are using the third person. Wonderful. You know, as the introduction of the answer, if the question says, for example, what do you do after you wake up? So you can start the answer by saying after, right? After I wake up, right? And then you start describing the activities, okay? The more you talk in English, the better for you because you are practicing, okay? But beautiful description. Thank you very much, Walter. Bessie, tell me about Walter. What does Walter do after he wakes up?
He go to the, he goes the bathroom.
Ah,
She
she
he
or
he he he
he.
goes they take a shower.
Ah, he takes a shower. Excellent.
He is prepare the uniform.
He prepares the uniform.
He goes to the work.
And he goes to work. Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now let's see. Jose Antonio Angel. Who were you working with? Who was your partner in the breakout rooms?
It's Oswaldo.
Oswaldo. Okay, tell me about Oswaldo. What does Oswaldo have for breakfast?
Okay, he eats for breakfast pupusas and coffee.
He eats pupusas and coffee for breakfast.
Yes.
Okay, what else? Only that?
Only that.
Only that. Okay, Oswaldo, tell me about Jose Antonio. What does Jose Antonio have for breakfast?
He eats breakfast pupusas.
He eats pupusas for breakfast.
Yes.
Okay, how many? How many pupusas? 3, 2, 4, 5?
4.
4. Is that true, Antonio? 4 pupusas for breakfast?
Yes, 4.
And that is when I'm not hungry, teacher. ¿Ya? Y eso es cuando no tiene hambre, ¿verdad que sí?
Yes.
Okay, very good. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Now let's see. Ileana, you were working with 2 ladies, right? Cecilia and Susie.
Yes.
Yes, okay, tell me about Cecilia. Question number 3, how does Cecilia go to work?
I go to work in 4 a.m.
No,
sería,
no, Ileana
¿en qué me traslado?
Ileana has to tell me about you.
Ah,
right?
Ileana does go to work in the
Car.
bus. Oh, car. Susana is a bus.
Okay, let's analyze this sentence, Cecilia. Ileana does go to work in car. Is that okay? Or we need to fix something there? Is the sentence completely correct? Or we have to eliminate something?
No.
Correct.
It's correct.
It's correct.
Correct. No.
No, it's not. Yes. Who is saying that? Antonio, you, right?
Liliana goes.
We eliminate the auxiliary because we don't need it. You know?
Add es.
Exactly. And we add es to the verb. Ileana goes to work and change this by car.
By car.
Right? Ileana goes to work by car. And this is perfect. Okay? But nice try, Ceci. Very good. Okay. So, Ileana, tell me about Cecilia. How does she go to work?
She goes to work by company transportation.
Ah, that's interesting. And what about Susie? The same?
No, Susie goes to the work by bus.
By bus. Okay, that's very good. Excellent.
Yes.
You know, when you see a question that starts with how, it is asking you about the way, okay? The way you do something, right? So don't get confused. The next question, where do you have lunch? I need, in this case, Rigoberto to tell me about Charlie, because you were working with Charlie, right?
Carlos has lunch at home.
Okay, Carlos has lunch at home. Very good. Carlitos, tell me about Rigoberto. Where does Rigoberto have lunch? Where does he have lunch?
Rigoberto go have lunch at house.
Okay, let's analyze your sentence. Rigoberto goes have lunch, you said, at house.
At
Okay,
house.
at house. Analicemos, Carlitos, acá. Rigoberto goes have lunch. What needs to be repaired in this sentence? Rigoberto?
Has lunch.
Okay, here you have two options. You can say Rigoberto goes to have lunch at home, okay? At home, this is one option. Or you eliminate goes and you say only Rigoberto has, okay? Lunch at home. You decide, but the sentence you decide needs to be in the third person form, right? Rigoberto has lunch at home, okay? Or Rigoberto goes to have lunch at home, okay? The two options. Thank you very much. David, who were you working with?
William.
William, okay, tell me about William. What does William do when he gets home?
William does William takes a shower.
Hey, excellent. Okay. When William gets home, he takes a shower. Okay, William takes a shower. What else? Only that?
William eat for lunch. Eats lunch at home.
Okay, when he gets home, William eats lunch.
Eats lunch.
Eats lunch. Okay, William, tell me about David. What does David do when he gets home?
Uri organize a bed.
Uri organize a bed. That's what you said?
Yes.
Is that okay, class? Is the sentence correct?
His bed.
Oh, your bed.
No, my bed, no. His, his
No,
is okay.
His bed.
But look at the verb. Look at the verb, William. William organizes. Yeah, but instead of saying organizes, I would say makes, okay? Instead of saying organizes, I would say makes. Uri makes, right? Like this. Uri makes his bed. Arregla la cama, ¿verdad que sí? Uri makes his bed, right? So, in this case. It's okay like this. Veronica. Veronica, you were working with Edwin, right? So tell me about Edwin. What does Edwin do in the evening?
He checks reports and drinks coffee.
In the evening, he checks reports and he drinks coffee. And what about English classes? Does he take English classes?
After that class.
After the class.
After the class, he checks reports and drinks coffee.
Excellent. So what time does he go to bed? Did he mention?
No. In this question, no.
In this question, no. Okay, Edwin, tell me about Veronica. What does Veronica do in the evening?
Veronica in the evening. Brush. She brush your teeth.
No, the teacher's teeth, no.
No, Veronica.
Her teeth.
Her, yes.
She brushes her teeth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
no. Your no. She brushes her teeth. Okay. Her teeth.
Third person. She go to bed.
She go or she goes?
She goes.
She goes to
She
bed.
goes to bed.
And what else?
She eats. She eats. Sería her dinner.
She eats her dinner.
Yes.
That's excellent. That's very good. You see, don't forget her, because you're talking about Veronica, not talking about me, right? You cannot say Veronica brushes your teeth, teacher. No, Veronica doesn't live in my house, right? Okay, very good. Thank you. Thank you so much, class. Listen, what I liked about this activity is that I could identify some of you helping your classmates. Eso es bueno, también ayudar a nuestros compañeros si ven que tiene dificultad. Así que, congratulations to the ones I identified that were helping. Yes, Rigo was helping his classmate, Carlos, and that's very good. You know, that's what you have to do. If you identify a mistake, try to make the correction. Man, that's a very good attitude. Yeah, it's not selfish. It's, you know, one way to show empathy, right, for the rest of the students. Let's move to the next slide, and it's a listening. You're going to listen to Mike Miller, and you're going to listen also to Kelly Smith, right? Two people. Ready? Yes. After you listen, you have to answer some of the questions that I'm going to ask to you, okay? So here we go.
I'm an English teacher and I have a big family, so I have a very busy daily routine. First, I get up every day at 6 o'clock, get washed and dressed, and leave for work by 7:30. I get to school at 8 o'clock. I prepare my lessons and then teach until noon. The other teachers and I always eat lunch and talk together in the teacher's room. I teach again in the afternoon and then I correct my students' homework and tests. After I get back home, I help my kids with their homework. I have 3 kids in elementary school. Their names are Matthew, John, and Susie. Then, I do some exercise, eat dinner with my family, and watch TV, before I go to bed at about 10 o'clock. We love to watch travel shows. Finally, I read in bed for a few minutes before I fall asleep.
That is Mike Miller's. Okay, tell me about Mike Miller. What does he do, guys? What is Mike Miller's occupation?
He's a teacher.
Teacher.
Ah, he's a teacher. Very good. Tell me, does he teach in the afternoon?
Then,
No, he doesn't.
Veronica says no, he doesn't. And Christian? I don't know, teacher. I don't remember. You can say that to me. Don't worry. This is not an exam.
Do you repeat the question? Like,
Okay. Does Mike Miller teach in the afternoon?
yes, in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
No,
No, he doesn't.
he doesn't.
Okay. And the third question, people, does he have kids?
Yes, he
Yes,
has.
he has.
Yes, he does, right? He has?
No.
Matthew,
Three
Three.
sons.
and
Three.
Susie.
Jen and
Yeah, 3
Susie.
kids. Imagine you with 3 kids. Oh my gosh. Okay, now, before we listen a second time, let's listen to Kelly Smith. Okay, pay attention.
Well, I almost always get up very early, at about 5:30. I get up early because I like to go jogging along the beach and watch the sunrise. Later, after breakfast, I go to work. I work in a bank near my home. I don't drive to work, I take a bus. It only takes about 20 minutes to get to work. After work, I like to go to my favorite bakery and buy some fresh bread. I get home between 5 o'clock and 5:30. My husband, Michael, usually makes dinner because he loves to cook. In fact, he is a chef in a restaurant. His hobby is painting, and my hobby is growing flowers in our garden. We also have a pet dog called Wolfie. In the evenings, we take Wolfie for a walk and then get to bed by 9:30 because we have to get up so early again the next morning.
All right, that is Kelly Smith's description. And I have a couple of questions, right? For all of you, okay? I'm not gonna ask directly to one person here. I'm just, checking your comprehension. And the question number 1 is, what time does Kelly Smith get up in the morning?
5:30.
5:30.
5:30.
She gets up at 5:30. Early. Yeah, early, she mentions, right? Second question, class, the second one. Where does she work?
And the
In a
fact
bank.
In a bank.
She works in a bank. She works
In a
in a
bank.
bank. Use long answers. Mire, ahí sí no necesito tacañitos. No, necesito que hablen así completo. Okay, she works in a bank, teacher. Okay, the next question. What is her husband's name?
Mike.
Michael is
Her
husband.
Her husband's name is Michael.
Her husband's name is Michael. Okay, let's check. Let's check the listening. Number 1, Mike Miller.
I'm an English teacher and I have a big family, so I have a very busy daily routine. First, I get up every day at 6 o'clock, get washed and dressed, and leave for work by 7:30. I get to school at 8 o'clock. I prepare my lessons and then teach until noon. The other teachers and I always eat lunch and talk together in the teacher's room. I teach again in the afternoon and then I correct my students' homework and tests. After I get back home, I help my kids with their homework. I have 3 kids in elementary school. Their names are Matthew, John, and Susie. Then, I do some exercise, eat dinner with my family, and watch TV, before I go to bed at about 10 o'clock. We love to watch travel shows. Finally, I read in bed for a few minutes before I fall asleep.
What does he do before he falls asleep?
He reading.
He read a book.
He reads,
Reading a book.
right? He reads a book.
He read.
Okay, excellent. How about Kelly? Let's listen again.
Well, I almost always get up very early, at about 5:30. I get up early because I like to go jogging along the beach and watch the sunrise. Later, after breakfast, I go to work. I work in a bank near my home. I don't drive to work, I take a bus. It only takes about 20 minutes to get to work. After work, I like to go to my favorite bakery and buy some fresh bread. I get home between 5 o'clock and 5:30. My husband, Michael, usually makes dinner because he loves to cook. In fact, he is a chef in a restaurant. His hobby is painting, and my hobby is growing flowers in our garden. We also have a pet dog called Wolfie. In the evenings, we take Wolfie for a walk and then get to bed by 9:30 because we have to get up so early again the next morning.
Okay, do they have a pet?
Yes.
Yes, right.
Goofy.
What is its name?
Woofy.
Woofy.
Goofy.
Okay, let's check, guys, exactly what you listen. You know, I know the speakers were speaking really fast.
I'm an English
Well, I
teacher.
Identify all the information. This is what you listened. Okay, this is the information you listen. I'm an English teacher and I have a big family, so I have a very busy daily routine. First, I get up every day at 6 o'clock, get washed. Get washed means take a shower, okay? And dress, right? And leave for work by 7:30. I get to school at 8 o'clock. I prepare my lessons and then teach until noon. The other teachers and I always eat lunch and talk together in the teacher's room. I teach again in the afternoon. Huh? So he teaches in the afternoon class, right? It is true. And then I correct my students' homework and tests. After I get back home, I help my kids with their homework. I have 3 kids in elementary school. Their names are Matthew, John, and Susie. Then I do some exercise, eat dinner with my family, and watch TV before I go to bed at about 10 o'clock. We love to watch travel shows. Finally, I read in bed for a few minutes before I fall asleep. Who wants to read Kelly's? Veronica, would you mind helping me reading this?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Well, I almost always get up very early at about 5:30. I get up early because I like to go jogging along the beach and watch the sunrise. Later, after breakfast, I go to work. I work in a bank near my home. I don't drive to work. I take a bus. It only takes about 20 minutes to get to work. After work, I like to go to my favorite bakery and buy some fresh bread. I get home between 5 o'clock and 5:30. My husband, Michael, usually makes dinner because he loves to cook. In fact, he is a chef in a restaurant. His hobby is painting, and my hobby is growing flowers in our garden. We also have a pet dog called Wolfie. In the evenings, we take Wolfie for a walk and then get to bed by 9:30 because we have to get up so early again the next morning.
The next morning. Excellent. Very good pronunciation. Nice. I don't know if you have any question about vocabulary, guys, or we can go to the exercise based on this because we have a second exercise. No? No questions?
What is the meaning of jogging?
Jogging. It's like running, but, you know, slowly, right? That is jogging, right? When you run, you go in a kind of fast speed, and when you go jogging, it's slow, right? Slow. That's jogging.
What is this husband mean?
Excuse me?
Husband.
Husband.
My husband, Michael. Yeah.
Husband, the person you are married to. You know, the person you are
Oh.
married to, that's the husband.
Okay.
The husband.
Growing.
Thank you. Growing.
What is the meaning of growing? Yeah.
When you talk about the garden, it's like planting, you know, planting and growing flowers, right? Like cultivate, you know, that's growing. Okay, plantar. Yes, when you talk about flowers and vegetables and things like that, it's like that, okay? Planting and growing, right? That's the idea. Growing flowers in our garden. Any other question? No? Okay, so let's go here. Question number 1, what does Mike do? Mike is an English teacher. What does Kelly do? Edwin says, I don't know. What about the others? If she works in a bank, what do you think is her occupation?
Accounting.
Working a bank.
So she is a bank employee, right? Or a bank worker. That's what you can say. Yes, or teacher, she works in a bank, right? What does Kelly do? She works in a bank, right? There are many occupations you can have there. Number 3, what time does Mike get up?
Mike get up at 6 o'clock.
He gets up at 6, right? At 6 o'clock. Very good. O'clock. Excellent. Oh my goodness. What about 4? What time does Kelly get up, you mentioned?
5:30.
She gets
up
up
at 5:30.
at 5:30. Yeah. Number 5, where does Mike have lunch?
In the school.
Teacher.
He has lunch.
He has lunch.
In the teacher's room.
In the teacher's room. Very good. With the other teachers, he says, right? Very good. 6, how does Kelly get to work?
She gets to work
by bus.
By bus.
And 7, when does Mike watch TV?
Before.
In the morning, in the afternoon, or in
the evening.
In the evening, right? Very good. What is Kelly's hobby?
Growing
in the garden.
Growing flowers in the garden. Very good. Where does Mike read?
In his
I
bed.
read in
his bed.
In his bed. And 10, what time does Kelly go to bed?
In the 9:30.
She goes to bed at 9:30. Excellent, people. Very good. Nice. Thank you. Good readers, good listeners. Now let's move to this part. You know, another listening, but now you're gonna watch this. This specific. It's a video actually, but I don't know why it is not working. I have technical problems here. Let me fix. Okay. We're gonna skip this activity because I have problems with this. So we're gonna move to the reading, okay? I don't know why I have problems with that thing. So let's move here to a reading. For paragraph number 1, I need Walter. For paragraph number 2, I need Susie. Paragraph 3 is yours, Rigo, and the last one is going to be Oswaldo. Okay, so there are, guys, some statements you need to decide if they are true or false. This person is an editor. This person needs to speak other languages. The office is a modern one. Paul is the most experienced person in the office. Paul had a very different type of job before. Helen and Lucy don't like each other. Lucy has children, and the manager has experience in other publishing companies. Okay, paragraph number 1. Let's see. Paragraph number 1. Walter? Is Walter here? We cannot listen to you. Maybe the microphone, Walter? No,
Me,
no,
teacher.
no audio, no audio. Okay, who's saying me?
Me.
Ceci. Okay, Ceci, go ahead.
This is where I work. The name of my company is Marshall Publishing. I started working here 6 years ago. I spend a lot of time on the phone speaking to our clients, especially in Japan and Saudi Arabia. It is lucky that they all speak very good English because I don't speak Japanese or Arabic. I also do some work in the advertising department on the company, helping to make adverts for radio stations around the world. That's my favorite part of the job.
Thank you. Continue, please, with the second paragraph.
It's not a big office, and it's not very modern either, but we really like working here. There's only one computer and there's a lot of papers and files. It's like an office from 10 years ago, really. The walls are gray, although they should be white. They are dirty and we need to paint them again.
Thank you. Let's see, next person.
In my part of the office, there are me and then there are 3 others, Lucy, Helen, and Paul. Paul is the new one. He arrived only 3 months ago. He was a lawyer before. Then he decided he didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. So he changed his job completely. As you mind, he earns a lot less money with us. Helen arrived at Marshall Publishing only a month or 2 after me. She's my best friend in the office because we helped each other a lot when we were both new. Lucy is the grandmother of the office. She started working here almost 12 years ago. When the company started, everybody comes to her when there's problem. When you have something you don't understand. She's a grandmother in real life too. He has six grandchildren.
Thank you. And the last paragraph.
The manager of the office is Liam. He is 69-year-old and working for Unliger Luchin in London before taking this job. Until at the beginning, he fit and lived stay like an outsider who is one of the family. He is the best boss you can have.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me help you with the pronunciation of some words. And it goes like this. This is where I work. The name of my company is Marshall Publishing. I started working here 6 years ago. I spent a lot of time on the phone speaking to our clients, especially in Japan, and Saudi Arabia. It's lucky that they all speak very good English because I don't speak Japanese or Arabic. I also do some work in the advertising department of the company, helping to make adverts for radio stations around the world. That's my favorite part of the job. It's not a big office and it's not very modern either, but we really like working here. There's only one computer and there's a lot of papers and files. It's like an office from 10 years ago, really. The walls are gray, although they should be white. They are dirty and we need to paint them again. In my part of the office, there's me and then there are 3 others, Lucy, Helen, and Paul. Paul is the new one. He arrived only 3 months ago. He was a lawyer before. Then he decided he didn't want to be a lawyer anymore. So he changed his job completely. I imagine he earns a lot less money with us. Helen arrived at Marshall Publishing only a month or 2 after me. She's my best friend in the office because we helped each other a lot when we were both new, right? Lucy is the grandmother of the office. She started working here almost 12 years ago when the company started. Everybody comes to her when there's a problem, when you have something you don't understand. She's a grandmother in real life too. She has 6 grandchildren. The manager of the office is Liam. He's 39 years old and worked for a large publisher in London before taking this job. I think at the beginning he felt like a stranger, like an outsider. Now he's one of the family. He's the best boss you could have. Okay, is there any word, guys, from the reading that you don't get the meaning from? Or is the vocabulary clear? No questions?
And in the last
paragraph.
Yes. Oh my God. Felt is another form of the verb.
Felt.
Yes.
It's in simple past. Feel, but in simple past. Felt.
Okay.
It's talking about a past. Yeah.
No.
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 No more. Okay, very good. So let's go to the first sentence and tell me, the person that is describing there is an editor, true, false, or not stated?
False.
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 Yes.
Yes, some people say yes, some others say false. Okay, or not stated. If it is not mentioned, you can say also not stated, right? So number 2, this person needs to speak other languages. That's true or false or not stated? True. Okay, true. Number 3, the office is a modern one. False. Okay. Paul is the most experienced person in the office? False. Number 5, Paul had a very different type of job before?
True.
True. What was his job?
Lawyer.
Ah, he was a lawyer. Very good. Number 6, Helen and Lucy don't like each other. ¿Será que no se caen bien ellas dos? ¿Ah? Helen and Lucy don't like each other?
False.
False. False.
Yes.
Okay. Lucy has children.
True.
True.
He has 6.
He has 6. Children?
No.
No.
Uh-huh.
Grandchildren.
Yes,
Grandchildren.
false. It's false.
False. 8, the manager has experience in other publishing companies?
True.
True. Okay, let's mark the answers. Those are your answers, my friends. Okay, let's check. And look, we get here. Can you see the results? No. No? Do you see the results?
No, I don't.
¿Podemos ver los resultados? No.
Yes.
What are the results, guys? Let me show you. These are your results. Look, your score is 4 out of 8. In this reading, you got 4 out of 8. You know, number 1 is incorrect because the actual answer is not stated. Él no menciona que es un editor, pero tampoco menciona que no lo es. Entonces no estaba información. Yes? In question number 2, the actual answer was false. Number 3 was correct, 4 correct, 5 correct, and number 6 incorrect because the actual answer is not stated. And 7 was true. And the number 8 was correct. My goodness, you need to analyze better next time, okay? Reading is sometimes, with long readings, is complicated. Okay, class, we are going to finish. Don't forget to complete your homework, and I'm going to take the attendance right now. Yeah? Going to take the attendance. So I need you to say present when you listen to your names. Let me check. William Callejas.
Present.
Thank you, William. Jose Antonio.
Present.
Nice. Susana Campos.
Present.
Yes. Cristian Echeverría.
Present.
Very good. Verónica Flores.
Present.
That's nice. Edwin Gerardo.
Present.
Very good. Ileana Guzmán.
Present.
Excellent. Manuel Hernández.
Present.
Very good. Rigoberto Hernández.
Present.
Thank you. Walter Martínez. Walter? I know Walter is present, okay, but he was having problems with the audio. Alberto Mejía.
Present, teacher.
Thank you very much. Claudia Stephanie Perla.
Present, teacher.
Thank you. Cecilia Pineda.
Here, Miss.
Good. Carlos Quintanilla.
Present.
Nice. Christian Ruiz.
Present, teacher.
Excellent. Mauricio Torres. Mauricio asked for permission. Bessie Vides.
Present, teacher.
Excellent. And Uri Cepeda.
I present.
Yeah, now you are here, right? You're part of the list. That's very good. Excellent class. Very good, people. Thank you so much for joining me today. Tomorrow is going to be another day, right? So we are going to continue learning together. For today, it's enough, right? Thank you so much. Have a great night and bye-bye. See you.
Bye, Miss.
See you.
Take care, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Good night.